To the surprise of many people, in this latest week we have received the most recent power creep to the game. Surprised a lot of people because it also came in the same week as the release of Ayrmidon, a new 1000 BD commander, as well as Red Glorious being added. And now we have also seen the introduction of red badges into the game. So now every single badge there is, even the hard to obtain ones, even the health badges, even the CCS ranking badges where you have to get in the top 3 to get them, everything now has a red rarity to them. And to upgrade from gold to the red rarity, you will require, of course, 4 gold badges, just like all the previous tiers also require. 4 of the previous rarity. We will also now require Ancient Dust, and when you upgrade to red, those badges will no longer be able to be dismantled. So once you go from 4 gold badges to 1 red, you will never be able to dismantle that red down to 4 golds again. Now, whilst this prerequisite of 4 gold badges remains consistent for each of the badge types, the Ancient Dust required varies depending on which badge you are upgrading. So you see here, for example, health badges require 10. If I go to a total badge, however, it will then require 100. So I have here in a spreadsheet all the details of the stat increases and the dust required for each badge. So if you look down here, the single unit attack, health, and defense all require just 10 Ancient Dust. Then the Battle and Bravery token badges will require just 20. The CCS rank badges, 50. And then each of the total badges will require 100, including even total defense and total health. So you can see there just how difficult it will be to upgrade the total badges in comparison to the single unit badges. We, at the time of recording at least, do not know how Ancient Dust is sourced. There is speculation that some will be available through All Out War with the new additions they have added to that game mode. At the time of recording, they've just pushed back the registration of it, and registration will now start on the 26th. You'll be able to get on the map on the 2nd, so we won't be able to see exactly how that plays out for a good while yet. But you would imagine they will add this to the store and you'll be able to pay for it, just like everything else at some point. As far as the power creep of the badges themselves actually goes, the jumps are not entirely consistent throughout each type. So you'll notice here a trend of the jumps of attack being slightly lower than the jumps that health and defense have. So for example, attack, health, and defense here for single units at gold are all at 25%. But when going to red, health and defense double up to 50%. But attack instead will only gain an increase of 20% up to a total of 45%. That's similar for total attack versus total health and defense as well. So they go from 15% to 42%. Total attack, however, goes from 15% to 38%. So something you'll note here is that the gap between the single unit stats at red is a lot less compared to the totals than it is at gold, in terms of a percentage of the amount of stats you're getting at least. This could see a bit of a swing at the top ends of the game with the max accounts where they can run total attack and now maybe total health badges and flex between different troop types and therefore different synergies a lot easier in live PvP situations than they would have been able to previously. For mid spenders or even like low level whales, however, getting gold total attack badges in itself is already exceedingly expensive. Getting the excess gold badges to be able to convert them into red is so unrealistic, and unless they add new ways of obtaining these, very few people will ever see these badges upgraded to red, if we're being realistic. The Battle and Bravery token badges are at 13% attack and defense at gold. That jumps to 25% attack and 28% defense. And then the CCS top 3 ranking badges actually see the biggest jump of all here. So at gold, they are 18% attack for 2 lines. At red, that goes to 38% on 2 lines for a total jump of 40% attack, split, of course, onto 20% on 2 different unit types. Again, though, having excess gold CCS rank badges is so hard to obtain. That will apply to very, very few people that play this game, of course. And then below this, I have all of this mapped out with just a ×8 multiplier to let you see exactly what the power creep from this is going to be when you spread it out onto 8 slots. So every slot of your gear. So if you have gold attacks in all your gear slots currently for a single troop type, if you then upgrade them to red in each slot, you will gain a total of 160% attack for that stat. Now, in recent times, I've noticed a bit of a trend where attack stats, or just stat percentages generally, are sort of scoffed at. There's a lot of focus on synergy's the key, awakening effects is the key, base attack's the key. You have to remember that base attack and stat percentages for attack are synergistic with each other. The higher your attack stat percentage is, then the more effective base attack will be. And on the same note, the higher your base attack is, the further your attack percentages will then go in terms of increasing that base attack, because there's more of it to multiply up. So as we start getting into more people having T5s, more people having 30 plus base attacks, significant increases to the attack percentages are actually quite significant and will make a very big difference, particularly when you then start having the other stats increase as well. You get another 100% almost from the token badges. You get 200% defense from those. I think health badges, they're realistically, if anyone's going to get these to red, especially when they want 8 slots of it, they're going to have to add new ways of obtaining health badges, because currently with the 1 a month from Iron Bank, it just isn't enough to realistically red out your health badges at all. On the same note as that, if you didn't know already, they have added a fortnightly limit to the Battle Bravery token badges to a maximum of 1 gold per fortnight. So if you are looking to upgrade your gold token badges up to red long term, you're going to want to start buying into them as soon as possible because of the buy limits, and they will gate you because of the time of them if you don't start buying into them early. And so all of this is going to make a very, very significant difference to the accounts that can manage to get the excess badges to invest into these. And realistically, if people want to stay competitive with their account at the top end of the game, they are going to have to invest into this. It's yet to be seen how difficult this will be to actually achieve in practice, because we don't know yet how you obtain the dust. What we do know is that now excess gold badges past 8 now has value, and that raises questions of, should players now start to change buying habits or investments to start grinding these badges long term? Because previously, me included, I assume everyone included, as soon as they hit 8 golds of a certain badge type, they then never went out of their way ever again to chase those badges. And there has been a habit and a trend in recent months from the developers to make badges more accessible. So, as I mentioned previously with All Out War, that should be coming in a week or two now, the healing milestones from them, which you get from medic vehicles, and healing people through that last All Out War gave a total of 500 blue badge chests, which is a huge amount. You also have the Rebel Group revamp, which, as I went over in my previous video, at my stronghold level at least, with honor token unlocked and fully buying the endurance items every single day, you will unlock for the melee unit badges at least, when you account for all the drop rates and you map it all out and track it. You should be getting a gold badge in total from all those greys that tally up, 1 of each melee unit badge every 70 days. And if you don't use the endurance items here, the time required for this cuts down very, very significantly. So you see there it's a huge jump in time of like 40 to 50 days. So this, of course, raises the question of maybe players should start buying the endurance in the VIP shop daily now and using that consistently to help farm up badges through the new rebel groups. Also in the VIP shop, you have the badge chests that you can buy directly. They are pretty expensive. You can buy 10 gold badge chests for 30k. You can also get another 10 for 42k, I believe it is. So keeping up with that, if you invest in that level, is very hard. But if you are looking to really commit to getting these red badges, it may well be something that you want to add to your daily buys, since it will help, of course, in farming up these excess golds that you are going to need to get these badges up to red. If you're able and looking to spend black diamonds, the best way to obtain badges will be through the lucky discount, which is up once a month. With 70% discounts, it took 384 black diamonds to gold a single badge. Now we have 80% and 90% discounts in lucky discount as well, so you can get it a bit cheaper than that. But if you buy, say, every 70, 80, and 90% discount for a certain badge, it will be approximately 1,000 black diamonds to get the 4 gold badges in excess to create a red badge, I'd say. And if the dust is relatively easy to get and you're able to buy the gold badges necessary to go to red for just 1000 BD, honestly, for 20% attack stats, that's a pretty decent investment. Like, if they offered you that as a troop appearance, you would snap their hand off realistically. So that is definitely something I'm personally keeping an eye on, because I think that could be a huge addition for mid spenders and up for increasing the effectiveness of their accounts. So keep an eye on that. And all in all, it is a lot of power creep. Accounts at the top will be getting stronger, as they always tend to do. We don't know yet how much the Ancient Dust is going to time gate these improvements, but if you are looking to invest into these long term, I would advise starting to change your habits slightly to expand into things that will give you some more excess gold badges. So look for rebel groups, look for maybe the badge chests in the VIP, look to lucky discounts, and through that you should realistically be able to make some very sizable improvements to your account in time.